Today in NBA 2K25, I reset the NBA to the Bill Russell era. So you're starting in the 1956 to 57 season, aka the rookie year of Bill Russell. And I have also inserted Michael Jordan. I made this roster myself. It took me like 2 hours between last night and today. It's on this morning. So that's why I haven't uploaded recently. First team, we have the Celtics. This team is kind of top heavy. Bob Cousy, Bill Sharman, a 22-year-old Bill Russell, 22-year-old Tom Heinsohn, Frank Ramsey, John Woskotoff. It's a young Celtics team, but a pretty good one. The Hawks of Bob Pettit, Ed McCauley, Jack Coleman, Chuck Scher, Jack McMahon. I didn't even notice until now how many dang power forwards they have. My gosh. I just used the positions off of Pro Basketball Reference. So I got the ages, the stats to make their attributes, all that kind of stuff. They have a lot of power forwards, so I expect them to make a trade at some point. Especially considering Jack Coleman's already 32 and one of the oldest players in the league, since there are only a couple who are over 30 at this point. The New York Knicks. They got Harry Gallatin, I think is how you say that. I don't really know. Kenny Sears, Carl Brown, whatever his name is. Ray Felix, Richie Guerin, who would become really good, but it was only 24 at this point and not at really like his breakout. Nat Clifton and Willie Knowles. Next up we have the Lakers, and this is really like the pre-Los Angeles, like pre-Jerry West Lakers or something. This team's got Clyde Lovellette, who's a 90 overall. What do you know about prime Clyde Lovellette? His stats are crazy for some reason. He had like 20 points, which for this era, especially from a center, is not normal. I'm not even going to say it. You can see the name. Vern Mickelson, Slick Leonard, Walter Dukes, Chuck Menzel. That's a name. Jim Paxson Sr. is here too. I thought that was kind of fun. This guy, I forget what his last name was, but the game didn't like it, so I didn't know what to do, so I just put a bunch of periods there and called it a day. The Syracuse Nationals. This is the team I put Michael Jordan on because they seemed like the worst to me. At least if we're going off like roster ratings. They got Dolph Schayes. There's a rookie Michael Jordan, 21 years old. They got, I had to spell this guy's name incorrectly. His name is actually Ed Conlon with an I, but the game didn't like it, so we got Ed Conlon instead. Red Kerr, Bob Harrison, Earl Lloyd, Al Bianchi. The Fort Wayne Pistons with the weird looking Transformer logo or whatever that's supposed to be. George Yardley. This is the other team I think that I consider putting Jordan on. But they do have a 91 overall George Yardley. Larry Faust, Mel Hutchins, Bob Hubraggs. They got some like bigger guys to the top here. Small forwards, 2 centers, and a power forward. They got Gene Shue, Billy Kenville, Chuck Noble. I thought it was funny. This dude's got 2 guys named Billy. 1 Billy and 1 Bill. And they also got a Chuck. We got Billy and Chuck from WWE, if anybody knows those two. Billy Gunn and Chuck Palumbo. So there are only 8 teams in the league, so I had to put in a few of these filler teams. There's 4 of them. They're just made up of trash teams. There's nothing else I could really do with it. And then I skipped over them, but the Rochester Royals are here. This could definitely be the worst team. Jack Twyman, Maurice Stokes, C. Green, that guy, Richie Regan, Dave Piontek, something like that. Here are some names I don't know how to read. And finally, the Philadelphia Warriors, Paul Arizin, Neil Johnston, Joe Grabowski. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, it was Joe. Okay. Jack George, Ernie Beck. This team is fantastic. I don't know what it is, but the name Larry Castillo, as I was making the rosters, was sticking out to me a lot. I don't know why. I just realized this entire team is 27-year-olds for crying out loud here. But yeah, that's how it looks. So I'll say this might not be absolutely perfect. I didn't live in this era. I don't fully know how good everyone was. It is based off stats that I saw on the Pro Basketball Reference page to hopefully make accurate rosters. Every team has at least 10 real players. Some of them might have, most of them have a few fillers in there who just like kind of suck and aren't going to be important to the simulation. But yeah, we will see how this goes with Michael Jordan in the league. We won't have real draft classes until the 1960 class, which I believe is Jerry West in it, and Wilt, probably? Don't quote me on that. This team is all real players, by the way. A lot of them don't look perfect. They kind of just took the G League guys and, like, fixed them up a bit. Aside from, like, the people who are already in the game, like Dolph Shays and Michael Jordan. But yeah, we'll see what would happen if Jordan played in the 60s. This simulation is going to go through the time period that was Bill Russell's career in real life. So we will be going until about 1969, so like 12, 13 years for Jordan to see what he would do in the 60s. And I will also stop players from shooting threes. I didn't mention that. I will change the tendency so they don't do that. That being said, let's get to the end of the year and see how the first season goes. I realized I forgot to mention at the start, the Syracuse Nationals became the 76ers. I don't know how many people knew that, so I'll just like clarify that. I'll have them become the Sixers at some point. We're not there yet. It's not for like another like 8 years or something like that. So yeah, I turned off 3-point tendencies, but whatever. Paul Horizon wins MVP. How many threes did he shoot? I don't know what I'm doing. It's 94. Paul, stop it. 23 points, 11.5 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Clyde Lovelett wins Rookie of the Year. He wasn't a rookie. So, yeah, just give it to Jordan. He had 20 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Frank Ramsey, 6th man. Bill Russell. That's interesting. Bill Russell wins Defensive Player of the Year. He has 9 points, 9 rebounds, an assist, a steal, and 2 blocks. If he plays like that, and like respectfully, I know Bill Russell is a defensive guy, but if he does only that, because like we know he could score too, then Jordan might have it easier in the sim than I would have thought. Another thing that I forgot to mention, each team around this time had like 68 games. I think it wasn't an 82 game season yet, but I don't think you can do 68 game seasons in this, so we're on 82. Jack Twyman, Clutch Player of the Year, 73-9 for the Celtics. I don't even think this is me glazing the Celtics, which, believe me, I wouldn't. I'm a Warriors fan. What the heck were the 76ers doing? Or, not the, what? 76ers? What the heck were the Celtics doing? This is the team. This is ridiculous. I know they're really good, but my gosh. Warriors go 67-15. We're not going to talk about their logo. Hawks go 59-23. Pistons go 58-24. 53-29 for the Knicks. 48-34 for the Nationals. They're 6th in an 8-team league, despite having Jordan added to their roster. I know it was rookie Jordan, but still. The Rochester Royals go 47-35. The Minneapolis Lakers are the worst in the league at 43-39. And then we have these teams that don't matter. This team went 1-81. I don't know what they were doing that was different from the other teams, but they failed. Bad. So all 8 real teams did make the playoffs. As for Jordan, he's facing this insane-looking Celtics team. Yeah, when I look at it in this screen, I can tell why they were so good. Kuzi, Sharman, Lost Cutoff. That's a crazy name, Lost Cutoff. Tom Heinsohn and Bill Russell. That's a crazy. I don't know how many games the playoffs were at this point. I made the first round 5 games, on the other round 7. Probably won't matter because there isn't really a first round here, but I don't know if it'll be 5 or 7. Maybe have it as 7. Speaking of 7, that's how many games it took for the Nationals to lose the series. That's a year 1 loss for Jordan in the playoffs. He had 22 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, and a block in that first round. The finals will be Celtics versus Pistons. And the Pistons pull the upset 4-2. George Yardley, finals MVP. And Andy Phillips retiring. Is he real? I think he was. Either way, he's retiring. And let's see who gets the first pick. We'll watch. We won't watch, but we'll skip to... Okay, it's one of the fake teams. Top 4 picks, I wonder who's getting it. It's the same team. I'll make sure the... Yeah, I can't finish the sentence today. I'll make sure the fake teams don't do super well in this. I think we have 2 relocations next year. I didn't mention that. I have a note sheet over here. That is not in the Grogu notebook. Definitely not in the Grogu notebook. That I'm writing. I have like all this stuff written down for notes on how like the league is changing every year, like relocation, expansion, yada yada. We'll watch the first 3 picks: Quinn Longley, Lex Owens, and that guy. I looked at the draft class ahead of time. My gosh, that's a name. These aren't real players because there isn't a 1957 draft class. I think it's 50, would be 57. Either way. I have Jordan on a regular rookie contract, so we're not gonna see what's going on. Like what am I saying? He's still on the team. They got Clyde Lovelet in free agency from the Lakers, so... Wait, they got Bill Russell? What? Huh? Somebody insert Stone Cold going, what? So it's perfect for this scenario. Why the heck? How did they get Clyde Lovelet and Bill Russell? I have salary cap on. What in the world is happening? Okay, this is scary. So now we've created a monster. We have Clyde Lovelet, Dolph Shays, Michael Jordan, and Bill Russell on the same team. Not to mention Willie Knowles, Richie Regan, Jack McMahon, Togo Palazzi, or whatever his name is. This might be an 80-win team for crying out loud here. I don't even know. I'm gonna relocate the Pistons and I think somebody else. I relocated the Pistons to Detroit, so now you can barely see their logo because somebody put white text on a white background because that's smart. What are we doing? And then the Cincinnati Royals now. They were originally in Rochester, but they moved. This team is gonna be scary. I have salary cap on for a reason, but clearly, in the looks of it, I might as well have just left it off. Like, bro. I'm gonna film the start of this season because... Well, I'm going to in a minute. I have to make sure everything's ready first, like in the rule sets and all. But once we actually simulate the season, I'm going to show the first few games, because this is going to be ridiculous. And now we're just going to have to watch the start of the season, because this is going to be ridiculous. They're not as good as I thought. They lost to the Lakers and Celtics. Okay, they're still really good. They're not as good as I thought, though. I have it on... I didn't mention that. I have it on so it'll show me if they made a move, because I'm watching to see if they moved Jordan at all. Which I don't think they're gonna do, but considering how many stars they have, I mean, they could probably cut them and still be fine. Oh my gosh, he has 29 points per game. Alright, let's get to the end of the year. This is madness. I clicked on this. Okay, now let's get to the end of the season. Season is over. Paul Horizon wins MVP on the Pistons. You know, why not at this point? In case you're wondering, he played on the Philadelphia Warriors his entire career, so... Why not? I mean, I don't know. This guy wins Rookie of the Year on one of the fake teams. I made sure the fake teams all, like, they had good players. I just removed them from the team because they're supposed to be, like, filler teams that suck. Frank Ramsey wins 6th man. Bill Russell, Defensive Player of the Year, having 9, 10, 1, 1, and 2. I forgot to mention Bob, or Ron Sobey and Bob Him win clutch player. They win awards. I'll stop. The Celtics went 74-8. 74-8. Are we for real right now? So the Celtics lead the league at 74-8. What in what? I think they got worse. I mean, I guess they got Larry Costello, but I don't know what's going on. Starting small forward is a 75-year overall rookie. Almost a 75-year-old rookie. Warriors go 63-19. Pistons go 56-26 with the MVP Paul Horizon. Hawks go 55-27. The Nationals. How does this team go? How does this team go 51-31? I know it doesn't have a lot of depth. Okay, somebody got hurt, I think. Okay, Dolph Shays is probably hurt from the looks of it. It doesn't show me, but like it doesn't say he's injured from here. It looks like he's out 12 games. That might be why they weren't better. The Minneapolis Lakers, this team is stacked. I don't know what they... Okay, their bench kind of sucks, but their starting lineup is stacked. I don't think he's still on the team. I noticed there was a point guard for the Lakers when I was making the rosters. When I was like doing research for it, he is 92 years old, still living. Respect to that guy. He's not still on the Lakers from the looks of it. I think he went somewhere else, but still. He's one of the only people... Maybe... I think there's probably more than one person, but he's at least the only one I noticed who's still living, who's on these rosters. The Cincinnati Royals go 50-32 in their first year in Cincinnati, and the Knicks go 39-43. They also got fake Ray Phoenix. If you watch WWE, you got Ray Felix. I'm funny. I'm very, very funny. Alright, round 1 of the playoffs. I didn't even mention the Nationals are playing the Warriors and they got swept. That doesn't surprise me at all. Shouldn't have even hyped it up because they didn't do anything. Jordan had 27, 5, 6, 2, and 1 in the regular season. He only had 23 in the first round there, but the Warriors killed him. Celtics Hawks in the finals. Dang it. This is Bob versus Bob action here. Bob Cousy versus Bob Pettit. There was a point in time when I was first getting into basketball, like looking at the classic teams and all, I kept mixing those two up. Celtics sweep them. Tom Heinsohn, finals MVP. Red Rocha, or Rocha, whatever his name is. Nat Clifton and Alex Hannum retire. I'm sorry if I'm like not great with some of the names. This is like 60 years before I was alive, or like 50 something. I don't know. Either way, it was long before I was alive. Should have checked with the first picks. It's just the fake team again. First pick of the real team's drafting was Jackson Jameson. Son. Here's the picks for the Nationals. Jordan's accepting... Well, they're accepting the first year of... that looks unfortunate right there. First year of the 2-year team option for Jordan was accepted. We'll see how he ends up doing in his 3rd year here. Jordan is still here, along with Clyde Love, Dolph Shays, and Bill Russell. Jordan went up 3 in the offseason. So this should be pretty interesting. Let's get on to next season. It is going to be 1958-59 season. No changes have been made to the league in terms of relocation or expansion, so we're just going to keep on going. That sounded cringy, I'm sorry. Let's get to the end of the year. Season is over, and Jordan wins his first MVP with 28, 5, 7, 2, and 1. Monty Williamson, Rookie of the Year. Kenny Sears, 6th man. Paul Rising, DPOI. Cy Green, Most Improved. Paul Rising, Clutch Player. 63 and 19 for the Warriors. They are the best team in the league. Playing the Celtics in the first round. Maybe Jordan will be able to get out of the first round for once. And no, he's not. They get swept by the Celtics. And Hawks win it in 5 over the Celtics. Hawks and Celtics are dominating the simulation here. Seems like no matter what happens in the off-season, they're just always there. I don't know. Next season, the Lakers will be moving to LA. So you have that coming up. Jack Coleman and Arnie Rison retire. Stop trying to make new rules, not whorls. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna simulate the player progression because I don't really care about the draft anymore. It gets boring after a year or 2. I mean, when this fake team's taking the picks, I guess. I'm on the wrong team. The Nationals still have the team together. Jordan's up to a 95 after winning MVP. And it looks like he's probably going to be unstoppable going forward. So, This might be the... Is this the year of 1960 class? No. Oh yeah, next year's the 1960 class, so I'll import that in. And let's get to the end of the season again. It's been like 7 or 8 hours, but I'm back now. I did the help me. I simulated the season after I got back. Michael Jordan MVP, 30 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals and a block. Stephon Jeffries, Rookie of the Year. Frank Ramsey, 6-man. Paul O'Reilly, DPOY. 2K. What are we doing here? Randolph wins Most Improved. Randolph. Why? Michael Jordan, Clutch Player of the Year, and 69-13 for the Celtics. Playing the Warriors in the first round. I changed teams on accident. And they sweep them. Round 2. Sweep the Celtics. In the finals. Beat the Hawks in 7. MJ's finals MVP. I was gone for like another 20 minutes because I had to eat dinner. Slater Martin and Mr. McGuire are retired. We'll call him Toby McGuire. Because I can't say his real name. Also, this guy with a redacted last name is retiring. The templates get first pick. Shocking. Next year, one of the template teams will turn into the Chicago Packers. If you don't know a lot about NBA history, the Chicago Packers are a thing. So were the Anderson Packers like a decade before this. Oh, Jordan's in free agency. I didn't mean to click on free agency, but we'll see where he ends up going. His biggest offer seems to be from the Nationals. Please don't go to one of the template teams. They just have to send you back to the Nationals. Or the Royals. Jordan's coming back. He's a 95 overall, but he got worse at interior scoring and physicals. This Stephon Jeffries dude went up 8. How many centers do you need? I know Left's regressing, but he's still an 87. And you got Bill Russell. Now you got this guy going up to an 89. Dolph Shays continues to go down. Tony Irving is going up. Okay, so I'm going to add the... I won't show myself adding them. I'm going to add the Chicago Packers to the league. And then I'm going to simulate to the end of the year. I didn't mention the Packers are just going to replace one of these template teams because I don't know what else to do with them. Season is over. Michael Jordan MVP, 29, 5, 6, 2, and 1. Oscar Robertson Rookie of the Year with that weird one sleeve look. Also wins 6th Man of the Year. Paul O'Reilly DPOY. Corey Cardinal Most Improved. Mitch Ward Clutch Player, 61 and 21 for the Warriors. The Nationals coming off a championship of a round 1 matchup with the Warriors. That guy definitely did not play in the 60s. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. That's the Eminescu guy. I was making fun of his name earlier. I'm not making fun of it, but like saying how insane of a name it is. And wow, they just got mollywopped. 4-2. Speaking of the getting blown out. The Packers just added in this year lost 4-0. At least they made it. Warriors. Oh my gosh, that guy had 37 points in the finals. Warriors sweep the Lakers to win the finals. Vern Mickelson and Whitey retire. Reject this, yada yada. I don't know why I keep clicking on this. And now we go to player progression. Jordan's up to a 97. Lovelock keeps going down. Seems gonna continue to be insane. Not even shown a lot in the off season, but there's not much to show. So sorry about that. If you care to see that, there's not a lot that I can show there really. This year. I can't read my handwriting. Yes. The Packers become the Zephyrs, I believe is how you pronounce that. I don't know if I showed it earlier. I've got like a notepad thing here. I don't write stuff down a ton. Usually I just like save it on my phone, which I know it makes me sound like I'm 10. But I need some way of like, I can't really keep track of it with my phone because I'm using it to film. So what's going on in the notebook there? That is not a Grogu notebook. Definitely not. Anyway, yeah, let's get to the end of the season. Season is over. Paul Horizon MVP. Donnell Malone Rookie of the Year. Lewis Sampson 6-man. I forgot to move the Warriors. This was the year they moved to San Francisco. They weren't Golden State Warriors, they're just San Francisco Warriors. Paul Horizon Defensive Player of the Year. Claude Ryan Most Improved. Michael Jordan Clutch Player with 27, 5, 7, 2, and 1. 60 and 22 for the Celtics. Nationals get the 2 seed, playing the outdated Warriors team. But the guy with the weird tattoos again. And they beat him in 5. Next up, the Celtics, and they lose in 5. I'm gonna fix the Warriors real quick while I'm here. And then we'll take a look at the finals and the offseason. I didn't technically find the right Warriors, so here's Golden State. In the finals, Celtics sweep them. Bob, whatever his name is, finals MVP. Carl Braun, Jack George, and Harry, whatever his name is, retire. See how Jordan's doing this year. Been pretty good so far in the sim. Staying at a 97 overall. Currently 27 years old. Second best player on the team is 96 overall, Stephon Jeffries. This guy just came out of nowhere and is not stopping. Let's get to the end of next season. Quick new thing this year, the Zephyrs become the Bullets. Technically they're the Baltimore Bullets, but I downloaded the Washington Bullets and I don't feel like fixing it. And the Nationals become the 76ers. So Michael Jordan is no longer a National and now a 76er. Now let's get to the end of the season. Season is over. You might notice that there's our sound. I had to put the air conditioner on because it is very hot outside. I mean, I'm inside, but still, like, it's very hot. Stephon Jeffries MVP, Dion Porter Rookie of the Year, Fausto Mancuso 6-man of the Year, Michael Jordan Defensive Player of the Year, 24, 5.5, 7, 2, and 1. Alexi Brewer Most Improved, Paul Horizon Clutch Player, and Sixers go 58 and 24, meaning Jordan's finally on, well, I guess not finally, but for one of the only times on the best team in the league. And that almost did not go well for them. They beat the Knicks in 7. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see. My phone's hot, so the quality is not as good. I am a very low quality YouTuber. If you even want to call me a YouTuber. Sixers lose in 6, ironically, to the Celtics. Paul Horizon, Finals MVP. There goes Clyde Lovelet as well as Bob Harrison. Yada yada yada. Free agency. I'm not going to free agency. I don't know why I clicked free agency. It's going to be player progression that I'm going to. At player progression, Michael Jordan is a 98 overall. Followed by Jeffries in a 97 and Russell in a... I haven't really been looking at Russell's stats. He hasn't been as good as he was in real life. I'm guessing just playing with Jordan made him, like, not be as much of, like, a star as he was with the Celtics. And that's why he just hasn't contributed as much as you might think. There might be updates too. Let's see. Oh, alright. 1 second. Sorry about that. Alright. No, there's nothing for like 3 years. So let's get to the end of the year. Why didn't I cut the clip? I don't know. Let's get to the end of the year. Season is over. Michael Jordan MVP, 24, 7, 2.5, and 1. Oh my gosh, why is it so hard to say? Leo Lowry, Rookie of the Year. Samuel Leonard, rookie. Wait, what? Sixth man of the year. I can't work today. I need mental help. No, I don't. I'll shut up now. Michael Jordan, defensive player of the year. Chad Graham, most improved. That is a haircut. Michael Jordan, clutch player of the year, and 62 and 20 for the Pistons. As for Jordan, he's playing the Celtics, and they win in 7 over the Celtics, and they beat the Warriors in 5 on to the finals against the Pistons, and they beat him in 5. Michael Jordan, finals MVP, dropping 29, 4, 7, 3, and 1. Dolph Schayes, George Yardley, and Richie Stevens retire. This has been something. Jordan might not have been as successful, I feel like, as he was in real life, but he has been leading the Nationals slash Sixers here. 98 overall coming into next year. Jeffrey's up to a 98. Bill Russell's a 95. This team can definitely go back to back. Let's see how they do. Season is over. Stephon Jeffries MVP. Casey Hudgens Rookie of the Year. Edmund Easley, 6th man. Michael Jordan, Defensive Player of the Year. He definitely went down in stats this year. 20 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Dwight Potter, Most Improved. Alexi Brewer, Clutch Player, 60 and 22 for the Sixers. They're right back to where they were before. Playing the Celtics in the first round, and oh boy, they're not doing as good in the playoffs as they did last year. Lose to the Celtics in 6. Finals is Bullets Warriors, in which the Warriors win it in 6. Alright, that was interesting. All that just to get first rounded. Ed McCauley, Joe Grabowski, and Melvin Castle retire. There's a real draft class in this year. This is the 65 class. I forgot to check who was in it, but there was somebody in it, I would imagine. This team is loaded. My gosh. If you don't win a championship, then I don't... Who's the coach? What are we doing if they don't win a championship? On to the end of the year again. Season is over. Stephon Jeffries MVP. Rick Barry Rookie of the Year. We're trying to say Rookie of the Year. I'm sorry. Leo Lowry, 6th man. I said his name right this time. Michael Jordan, Defensive Player of the Year, but he gets worse again from the looks of it. 18, 5, 7.5, 2, and 1. Matthew Ingram, Most Improved. I completely put the camera in the wrong direction. Sean Westbrook, Clutch Player, 60 and 22 for the Knicks. So the Sixers are not the best team in the league. They're second in their conference. Third in their conference. And they end up losing in 7 to the Warriors. Finals is Warriors Pistons, in which the Warriors win it in 7. Bob Cousy and Bill Sharman, some Celtics legends, retire in the same year. We only have 3 seasons left of the Bill Russell era. Jordan's still going strong here. So I guess if anybody ever wanted to know, yes, Jordan would do well in the Bill Russell era. Or at least according to this, wouldn't be as good, seemingly. Not only winning as many championships or MVPs or anything like that. But why is the camera so high? But he's definitely... I feel like he's... maybe not anymore, but I feel like at least earlier he was having more individual success. I still think he probably was better in real life. This guy's gonna overshadow him forever, isn't he? Stephon Jeffries is a 99 all-around star with 24 badges. Jordan's still at a 98. He's 31 at the moment. Russell's still going up to a 96. And yeah, let's get to the end of next season. Another MVP for Stephon Jeffries. This isn't the Michael Jordan, Bill Russell simulation. This is the Stephon Jeffries simulation. Revan Cobb, Rookie of the Year. Billy Cunningham, 6th man. Bill Russell, DPOY. Nathan Lawson, Most Improved. Rick Barry, Clutch Player, 61 and 21. for the Warriors. As for Jordan, he didn't win an award this year. He had 18, 4.5, 6, 2, and 1. And he's going to be playing the Knicks in the first round. Sixers got the 2 seed this year. And they blow a 3-1 to the Knicks and lose 4-3. Bullets Warriors in the finals. Bullets win it in 7. They just choked, my gosh. Richie Guerin, him, Ed Fleming, and Ed, whatever his last name is, retire. I don't know if I want to say it because the game considers his name a bad word, but I don't think it would be. I don't know how it would be. I don't know. And Jordan's going down to a 97. It's time for the Jordan fall off, I guess. We only have 2 years left of the Bill Russell era. We're going into the 1967-68 season. Well, let's get to the end of the year. Season is over. Hugh Maggette, MVP. Warren Finley, Rookie of the Year. Billy Cunningham, 6th man. Michael Jordan, Defensive Player of the Year with 17, 5, 7, 2, and 1. Van Arsdale, Most Improved. Leo Lowry, Clutch Player, 62 and 20 for the Bullets. Jordan's playing the Warriors in the first round, and they beat him in 5. They get the Knicks in the second round, and they lose in 7. Bullets beat the Knicks 4-1 in the finals. Paul Horizon, Willie Knowles, Jack Twyman, Maurice Stokes, and Rashid Kersey retire. We're going on to the last season of the simulation, 1968-69. And it is the final year of Bill Russell's career. Thus the final year of the Bill Russell era. Thus the final year of our video. And Jordan's been pretty good, but not as good as you might expect. He's down to a 96 coming into next year. Let's just see how this goes. Interested to see how Jordan will do in his last season in the Bill Russell era. Let's get to the end of the year. Hugh Maggette, MVP. Fernando Alvarez, Rookie of the Year. Ronnie Clement, 6th man. Kelly Cartwright, Defensive Player of the Year. Bradford Webb, Most Improved. Hugh Maggette, Clutch Player of the Year, 58 and 24 for the Warriors. Sixers get the 3 seed again. They're playing the Knicks. And they lose in 5 in Jordan's final season in the Bill Russell era. So now he's going to retire for like 15 years and come back and play in his era. See, that's how it went. These are the final stats for Jordan playing in the Bill Russell era. As for his award, well, look at his game highs. He scored 51 points in a game, that being his most. Also had 14 rebounds, 17 assists, 8 steals, 6 blocks, being his biggest accomplishment, or biggest stats in game. 2-time NBA champion, 4-time MVP, 2-time Finals MVP, 13-time All-Star, 9-time First-Team All-NBA. I just stepped on a ball, and 2-time Second-Team All-NBA. That's it for this video. Make sure to subscribe. Goodbye.